Hotels Association, as per se, was not started as a hotel on its own. Somewhere around 75, the climax was in the year 1979, during the revolution. At that time, there was shortage of commodities, that is beer, even bedsheets, toiletries, and so forth. So because of that, one Mr. Eshion, and then some few brothers, Cobb Lodge and so forth, they gathered and they tried to organize the Hotels and Bars Keepers Association. So it wasn't started as hotels alone. It started as Bar Keepers and Hotels Association. Then, somewhere around 1980-81, during the Second Revolution, then the hotels went on their own. When, by the establishment of LI 1205, we gave details of how the hotels should go. It was at that time that it came to the peak period that the Hotel Association started with some few members. That was Nana Jemfi of Nrom Hotel from Kumasi, and then Mr. Asumedu Puku. A lot of them, they are all gone. It was at that time we were meeting at YMCA at least twice or three times within the month. It was there that the hotel constitution was given to Mr. Griffiths, Jose Griffiths, for the drafting of the constitution. After the drafting of the constitution, everybody, people were joining, but you know, once it was a new thing, people were not putting their heads into it much. So it came to a time that because of the commodities, we have to go all the time. There was a shop, even for the hotels, where they can get their toiletries and then their beer and some other items, blankets and so forth. The association, when I was elected, I had one friend who happened to be on my executive. Mr. Kwama, that look, you have an association, and this association is dividing the front of the Hotels Association. So why don't we come together so that we can form a formidable association? Then he told me, you see Mr. Sasu, because Mr. Sasu was then the chairman of the Pawu Association. And you know what they did, and then they had the association very strong, was they were attending funerals. The members, their funerals, their weddings, and so forth, which of course the Hotel Association was not doing. So I said, okay, we have to join this thing. Because we are all Ghanaians, we have to put this as a side issue so that a lot of people can join. So I went with Mr. What is called Caribbean to see Mr. Sasu. By then, Mr. Sasu's son was my classmate at Takoradi Polytechnic, and he has left for greener pastures. So I had the number and I called him. And I told him, look, Charlie, I'm also having a hotel. Your daddy is having a hotel. But your daddy's hotel is a Kwahu Association hotel. So why don't you convince your daddy and then we join together? He said, oh, Mr. Lai, how you've been doing at school, do the same thing and then you can get them. I said, okay. So I went to Mr. Sasu. There, I revealed to them that today's meeting we are having is something like a reconciliation meeting. We are joining the two associations together. I thought maybe Mr. Sasu would say something, but rather he embraced it. He embraced it and then gave a speech. The first thing, they have to look at our taxes, the bills, especially the district assemblies and so forth. The district assemblies alone, what they are collecting from the hotels is too much. At the end of the year, the hotels prepare their taxes and then pay to government. You see? So if they are going to pay all this at the end of the year, and then within the year, even monies which are going to be collected from you is far, far more than what you are going to pay at the end of the year. Where do you go? You go nowhere. And if these things are there, it will be foot dragging for the association members to pay even their monthly dues. Because they will be thinking first, the government is coming to. See? The city council is coming to close my place. IRA is coming to close my place. So what will you do? You concentrate on those issues and then leave the hotel association bills. Hiya!